Let's hear it for the Kman.
Thank you, G. Applied pressure in the right direction will create your perfect diamond for your life. You all heard the saying, pressure makes diamonds. What's important is to apply your own pressure. Don't let someone else create the pressure, because they may make you into something that you don't want. So learn to be able to apply pressure on yourself and direct it in the right direction, and then you're going to create the perfect diamond. Because it's only the stones or the rocks that get under massive amounts of pressure that end up in the jewellery store. And the greater the pressure, the more perfect the diamond. No pressure, sitting on the couch, sitting there hoping, wishing, doesn't create diamonds. So today's session is about how for you to create your diamond. The beautiful thing about a diamond is across the centuries, the diamonds has always had a high value. See, there's no new stones. You know, the diamond's been replaced. We found a new stone. It's more valuable than the diamond. No, the diamond's always going to be valuable, whereas gold is always valuable. When times are going through these challenging times at the moment in the markets, guess where everyone puts their money? Into gold. Because gold will always be gold. Go back to the Egyptians, the Persians, they all fought for gold. Not the US dollar, because the US wasn't around back then. So one thing that stays stable in the history of time is the diamond, the gold. Now, for you to be able to create that, you want to create a product that will maintain its value, and you don't have to find the next new thing. See, everyone's after the next new thing, but if you've got the right thing, you don't have to find the next new thing, because there is no next new thing. Because the right thing is always going to be the right thing, because it goes and is abided by the fundamental rules of value in the marketplace. So to start off, we have to make sure that you have some pressure. So everyone's standing up, find a bit of space, you have to do 50 push-ups. Go! 50 push-ups. Of course, you got to turn your body into a diamond so people want to buy it. 50 push-ups. 5-0. Just pump them out. Yes. Feel that coal turn into diamond. Feel that fat turn into muscle. Yes. I can see those diamond pecs of yours. Oh yeah, pumping. Woo! Yes. Let the sun shine in. Yeah. Oh, how good's that? Ah, how good's that?
It's a good day.
You had a good warm-up. Okay. Okay, have a seat.
Some people would rather die than do it. Chest today. So good.
Oh, I feel good. Da -na 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 -na. Now here's a few clues. I'm going to give you lots of things today. I'm going to go through 11 ways how to turn your mud into gold, turn your coal into diamonds, and then I'll give you 5 tips of how to keep it. I've been doing this for 29, 30 years now, and the fundamentals in that time frame hasn't changed. You know, in the last 30 years, gravity has stayed the same. Yeah, in the last 20 years, I walk on my legs and lifted my hands. Hasn't changed. So if you abide by the fundamentals, you don't have to. I don't have to find a new. Hey, come on, 3 arms an hour in. Yeah, so what? You don't have 3 arms? Come on, get with the times. You got to get another arm. No, you need 2. And you need 2. However, whatever you do, do it with a smile. So if you're going to have to do 50 push-ups, guess what? Do it with a smile. If you're going to make diamonds, do it with a smile. You have to do it anyway. A lot of people, oh, jeez. Some of you may have thought, okay, 50 push-ups. Oh, God, I had to take my jacket off. Just on the jacket today and to get down there and do some push-ups. Bit of a hassle, have to get off. See, the challenge is you have to go through the hardship first to get the glory second. But once you've got the glory stays forever, the memories stay forever. The challenge we have in the fitness profession is that we've got such a valuable product or service, and it can change people's lives. It changes people. Who here as a personal trainer has had a client come and hug them, cry, send them a note saying, "You've changed my life"?
Absolutely.
Unbelievable. Is that the most rewarding feeling you're ever going to get in the world? Who in one of your values was contribution? Because people like to give, it's one of the human needs. So the great thing about fitness, being a fitness professional, personal trainer, is that your whole life is about contribution. It's all about adding value to people's lives, but that in turn feeds your value bucket. It's the perfect profession. It's not about curing sickness, it's preventing it. See, if I go and sell someone a Coke, people go, "Oh my gosh, you've changed my life. That Coke has changed my life." So you make money out of the Coke, but it doesn't serve that value. So I look at many other businesses, and there's very few businesses that people feel indebted to you because you help them lose the 50 kilos, you help them get the energy to play with their kids. Unbelievable. And that's what's probably helped me to get through the last 30 years. But it's not, I don't need any help. The industry, the profession itself feeds me. My serving that contribution now is not so much training Mrs. Jones, it's helping you train Mrs. Jones. Or helping you train another trainer that trains Mrs. Jones. Or help Simo get another trainer to open up another studio to train Mrs. Joneses. Now, I don't get the messages. I don't need the messages, but I know my value is being served. And occasionally you come back and you tell me a great story of how you changed someone's life, and that's just like putting into my bucket. So one of the greatest rewards I get in my career is the stories. I used to hear all the stories when I was training one-on-one. But one thing I learned is that, I can only train so many people. I can only change 40 people's lives. So how can I increase my leverage so I can do that many times over? And if you have something valuable to share, wouldn't you want to share it with as many people as possible? I think it's selfish that someone holds a magic within them and doesn't add that to other people's lives. And everyone here has magic in you. And it's not about creating the magic to get money or getting that reward. It's about feeding and helping as many people as you possibly can. Now, sometimes not at the expense of other values, understanding that. And everyone's going to have their own way to do that. So let me go through some of the things that's going to help you do that for the rest of your life, where your values have been so fed that you get an obese value. I'm so happy. Everyone goes, "You're too happy." So the step number one is to make sure what you do is what you love. And you love what you do. You've heard it a million times before. I was fortunate when I left school at 17. I didn't know what to do. My mum wanted me to become a doctor. My father wanted me to become a computer programmer when computers were the size of this room. None of them appealed to me. However, my Uncle Alan was my real uncle. He said to me one day, he said, "Kerry, do something you love. You never have to work another day in your life." And I haven't worked another day in my life. And today's Super Day. Most people are going, "Oh God." They're upset now because they've been looking forward to the weekend. It's raining. I was going to the... I sit at home whinging about the rain. Fascinating, isn't it? We're all here on people's weekend. We call it our strong end. Who here doesn't know what day it is anymore? It's just a day of love, right? Yeah, when you're making love to your partner, you're going, "Well, what's the time?" Come on, I've allocated. The blokes say, "I've allocated 2 minutes and I'm finished." Oh. You know, when you're in that orgasmic moment, how long you want that to last? Your life should be one whole series of multiple orgasms. People say, "Why are you smiling?" It's orgasmic. 17, 30, 29 years, going on 30. I'll share a little graph which I share on a regular basis to describe when I started. I was 17. I started a gym called Bob's Gym. Used to work there after school when I was finishing school. And if this is the happy scale, out of 100 happy, 0 happy. Out of 100 when I first started at Bob's Gym, because I love fitness and sport, when I first started, how happy was I out of 100? 100. Woo! I was happy. Yeah. How much I was getting paid? 0. Bob said you can have a free membership. As long as you do gym supervision, so when I go home in the afternoon to have my growth nap, then the gym's looked after. So I was happy. Happy, 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 happy. And then along that journey, everything I've done because I love it. Most times. I understand sometimes you go off the track. You go off the track. But in that 29 years, my happiness, no matter what I've done, I've always actually loved it. I've never had a weekend. You know, thank God it's Friday Club. Never joined that club. Or had that Mondayitis disease. So all the way along, no matter what I was doing, from a gym instructor to a rowing instructor to, eventually a sports and conditioning coach for elite athletes, to a corporate trainer, to personal training, to gut busters, working with the health department, the Heart Foundation, and now more into education, helping other people live the dream. It's 100% happy. Now, I remember chatting to one of our past team players, and he said he was on the phone with a mate of his who was a banker, an investor, and I said, he said, oh, he's really upset. Why is that? Oh, the markets are down. He's grumpy. He's grumpy. Yes, I said, wow. He says, yeah, if he's making money, he's happy. When he's losing money, he's miserable. I said, well, imagine that. Imagine if your happiness was attached to the markets. Wouldn't that be a roller coaster of a life? Not doing too good at the moment. Every morning, I open up the computer. Oh, my gosh. So, that journey is going to be a rocky road. But what's interesting is that journey is going to be all over the place. When I look at my money over my career, it's been an interesting journey as well. Yes, it has. Started at 0. I got my first full-time gym instructor, and I got paid. I didn't know how much I got paid because I never did it for the money. I actually worked as a gym. I never knew how much. I remember Pete McGrath, my gym supervisor, said to me curiously one day, he says, how much you get paid? I said, I don't know. He said, have you looked? I said, no. He says, have a look. So I got the paycheck. I had cash in it back then because they paid in cash. And I went, what's that add up to? He says, oh, it's about $11,000 a year. I said, is that good? He said, that's terrible. I said, really? I said, how come I don't feel terrible? Should I feel terrible? Do I put my terrible face on? You should be angry about that. Should I? Okay. How do you get angry? He says, look, don't worry about it. Because he knew that I didn't care, he says, I'll go to bat for you. He says, good. So he came back and he said, I got your pay rise. Thanks for that. That's how much I get. He said, I got you up to 19,000. I said, is that good? He said, was not really. So still should be feeling terrible? He says, partially. Okay. What day should I be terrible? What day should I be happy? So my point there is my money was used to do this. Most of my journey was down here. Happy? Yeah. Money. Now, I understand you have to have money because as you grow your life, you want to enjoy. So that money sort of does this. I mean, in 2008, I think in one day, it's funny. Remember that day? One day, making a coffee, watching the morning stuff. She says, hey, Kman, those investments we put money into, the great Southern tax-effective investments, the agricultural investments? I said, yeah. She says, yeah, that was a good deal. I got, my accountant recommended those ones. She says, how much money we put into it? And I said, oh, 2 mil. She says, guess what? She says, what, we lost it. I said, really? What, how much of it? She says, all of it. Really? She says, yeah. My wife says, just going to liquidation. Okay. Oh, you want a tea? My view is that, hey, I've made 2 mil. You lose 2 mil, you can make 2 mil. But I never actually saw the money. I had these papers saying you own trees. I never saw any of the trees. I had trees over in Western Australia. I had trees down in Tasmania. I had grapes too, lots of grapes. I thought grapes are good. And organic olives, yes, organic olives. They're all just gone. But you know what never went? He says, yeah. I remember my lawyer said to me, he says, you know, Kman, you seems to be losing lots of money. I said, yeah. He says, are you okay? I said, Rob, you know, Rob, look, if I was losing blood, I'd be challenged. But money's just money. What they can't take from me is my value. They can't be taken. They can take your money, but don't let them take your confidence. But your skill and your value is valuable because, yeah, I had the diamond inside me, right? No one can take the diamond inside you. Imagine if my happiness was attached to that 2 mil sort of went like this. Oh. Okay. But happy was up there because, hey, what maintained that is I learned from the lessons. Did I learn a lot about that? Of course I did. Did I apply those lessons? Let your past be your school to your future, not your anchor. A lot of people, the past is the anchor. Oh my God, if I didn't lose that, I would have had that. You know? Some people are still, you know, are still hanging on to that girlfriend they had at age 5 who dumped them for their brother and haven't spoken to either since. Interesting. But do what you love. Yes, we have. You know, if your main value is, so we went through this, if your main value is money, then you know, you're going to be doing things for the money. You want to make sure you get the money. You don't need the money, you take the money. But you want to get the money because that's going to help you, how can you say, expand your value, share the gold. So do what you love and you never have to work another day in your life and you'll be quarantined and protected from life, not dictated to by life. Because your life is inside you. Happiness is lived in the ocean of your own thoughts. That's where your life is. Because no matter where you go, you're there. And if you take a happy mind anywhere, you're happy. If you take a miserable mind anywhere, you're unhappy, no matter who you're with, no matter how much money's in your back pocket, no matter what you have. Doesn't matter. Because happiness is in here. What is the problem? That's when we call him Be Huge. There's Be Huge, by the way. It's not photoshopped. But you find what you love and then you say, okay, now how can I help and what is the problem? What do I have to solve? What is the problem? And in society today, it's just very obvious, right? Obesity and diabetes and obesity and cancers and all those things which are killing society. People are living longer but dying earlier. They start dying earlier in the vertical position before they die in the horizontal position. And what keeps them alive is the medications, the pharmaceuticals. But they start, some kids are now starting to die at age 5. You know, because they're overweight and over obese, their life, they're just kept alive. So find a problem you want to fix that means something to you. Find a problem you want to help out that means something to you. You love that profession and find something in the profession that means something. To me, when I first started, the problem for me when I first started was I loved strength training. Everyone should do strength training. Even the medical professions didn't believe in strength training. God, you know, strength training is not good. Or the girls get too big. The doctors will say, it'll blow your heart up with blood pressure. That kids shouldn't do strength training. No one do strength. But I believe that, because one thing I thought is that with the aging process you lose muscle tissue. And you lose muscle tissue because you don't use it. So you just do the opposite to how you got it and then you keep it. You know, if you've got fat sitting on the couch, then do the opposite of sitting on the couch and you won't turn into the couch. Then find out what is the solution. Does it work? And as you can see, it works magnificently. Not just in the physical sense, but also in the mental sense. And how you feel about yourself. So I knew that strength training worked. I knew that I thought when I was that young, the strength training would solve everything. It would create world peace. That's how passionate about weight training. I just love weight training. Go do weight training. You do weight training? What's wrong with you? It's a solution to all your physical challenges. Because it can change people's lives, change their body shape, burn off fat, increase bone mineral density, increase quality of life, movement, all that great things. So my main purpose in life back then was weight training. Not cardio. Yours might be cardio. That's okay. You have to find out what is your calling. What is your calling? Because if you're doing what your calling is and you're always going to be passionate about it, And sometimes almost over the top about it, and someone thinks, geez, you know, there must be an occult. That desire, that drive, that purpose. Because it's the purpose that gets you up early in the morning and keeps you late at night. Then look at what, do people want it? Or do they need it, more importantly? And the question is, yes, they need it. They need food, right? But the more important question is, do they want it? Do they want it? Because what people need and what they want is two different things. People need strength training? Yes. Do they want it? No. Challenge. Challenge. From a business point of view, sometimes you have to be clever enough to sell to them what they want so you can give them what they need. We got you on that one. Because when you first considered a career in the fitness industry, you wanted to become a personal trainer, right? That's what you need. I'm going to become a personal trainer. So who here Googled or whatever, personal training courses, I'm going to get in the gym and do some weights and help people lift weights, get them a little... Okay. But being in this industry for as long as I have, that's not what you need. That's what you want, so that's what you need. Because anyone who has longevity in this industry has a good set of business skills, not fitness skills. So I've met many people who don't have any fitness skills, but they're very successful in business. But you came looking for the fitness skills. So when we marketed to you, we marketed fitness. Then we sold you business. We sold to you what you wanted so we can give you what you need. Hence, we don't just do Cert 3, Cert 4 in fitness. That's like training someone to go into a sword fight with a spoon. You're going to die. And the ones who survive, they're tough. They're tough. Oh yeah. They sharpen the spoon. They're like that guy Liam Neeson on Taken. They can kill you with a thought. You know, they're tough, the survivors. Yeah. Someone like Simo, he's tough. He's tough. You know, to do what he's done, when back then there was no such thing as business skills, he was just get out there and learn from your mistakes. It's like me, okay, first day of boxing, never boxed in my life, first opponent, Muhammad Ali. What's the marketplace, right? Most people, run out. The ones who are tough, they stay there. Yeah, eventually they go numb. But they keep throwing. Keep throwing, they start to learn from their mistakes. So what people want and what they need is two different things. I share a personal. I remember when in my first marriage, right? The trial, had a practice marriage. Yep. First marriage, when you first got married, my father, being Irish, said, he said, look, I'd love for you to be married by a Catholic priest, because he's Irish, right? And I thought that's fascinating, because he hasn't been to church for 50 years. But the Irish are a lot that way. So I said, okay, Dad. So I go down to the Catholic priest and I said, you want to get married? He says, yes, so Father O'Grady. I said, Father O'Grady. Better not speak Irish too long because it turns into Indian after a while. Yeah. It's all blame, you know. He said, yes, I'm happy to marry you. However, you have to attend marriage classes. I said, yeah, sure. I walked away. Marriage from? Like, he's a priest. He doesn't even have sex, and he's telling me to have marriage classes. What would a priest know about marriage classes? Like, sit there and go, okay, well, this is how you have a great marriage. You need to be married. What's with that? Marriage classes, my butt. Yeah. Taught by a priest. Yeah. I know it. I know marriages. I know love. Love is in the air. Love will get me through this. It will. So I got out of the marriage classes. I did, yeah. But he still married us, that's great. And then, hey, we got married, yes. Should have done those marriage classes. Should have done those marriage classes, you know. You see, he just marketed the classes wrong. He marketed what I needed, not what I wanted. A better title for the marriage classes is that, hey, Kman, you have to do these classes. What classes are they, Father upgrading? Well, how to have better sex, longer orgasms and multiple climaxes. So I'd sign up for that class. Yeah, I'd sign up there. I'll be first in line. I walk in and says, where's the beds? But he would have got me, right? He would have got me. Then you would have shared with me. He would have taught me how to communication, how to listen, how not to jump in and fix it. He would have taught me. He would have taught me that men heat up like microwaves and women heat up like ovens. I'm ready. He would have taught me that this is not foreplay. Are you awake, darling? He would have taught me the foreplay started a week before. He would have taught me the foreplay starts the minute after your last orgasm. That's when it starts. I go, last orgasm? It's not a good start. See, he would have taught me that. But he just marketed it wrong. Be careful that you're not marketing yourself wrong, and Winner's going to go through that. He's the guru. We call him the guru. He's our mentor. You're going to market what they want so you can entrap them to give them what they need. Who here came here expecting to do fitness, fitness, fitness? Yeah, let's get physical, physical. Woohoo! You came in here, all of a sudden you're doing business, you're going, oh God, I'm glad I know this stuff. All right? Who's now? You see the value in that. But we can't sell you that. It's like a priest telling me marriages. Jeez. Doesn't make sense. But now if I go, wow. So you have to work out what they need. See, sometimes people say, hey, I'm going to sell, come and train with me, be a personal trainer, and, come and train with me and increase your confidence and self-esteem and get fit. I said, yeah, that's wonderful. Let me ask you, all the blokes in the room with a little dick, put your hand up, please. Little doodles, hands up, come on. Now, what's interesting, normally the blokes with the big doodles put the hand up. I don't care what you say. You see, even if you have a little doodle, you're not going to admit to it. Right? You might be proud of the little fella. He's got a lot of magic in it, but you're not going to admit to it. So when you market, hey, come and train with me, I'll raise your self-esteem, people aren't going to go, hey, I've got low self-esteem. Really? God, are you a loser? What is the obvious? Yeah, some of you market fitness, come and get fit. Well, every person knows when to get fit. Geez, let me ask you this. Yeah, what do people rather have? They'd rather have a fat body with high self-esteem or a thin body with low self-esteem? Yeah. Thin body, because they think thin body will raise their self-esteem. So what do you have to market? The self-esteem or the losing weight? The fitness or the losing weight? Hey, come and train with me, you get fit, or be fat, or be thin and be unfit. What do most people want? Thin. So don't market, but we also know that you have to get them fit to lose the fat. But they don't know that. They just want the quick fix. So somebody needs to sell the quick fix to give them the right fix. You have to give them the quick fix to give them the right fix. So interesting, in your product, you have to make sure that it delivers on its promises. It delivers on its promises. Then what it delivers and how you deliver it, then you have to look at how to market it, which Winno's here for you to do that. So what they want. Once you know what you want, do you believe in it? Well, you fight for it. You believe in that much, you fight for it. You're an evangelist. Even though people criticize you for it because it's different in a valuable way, you fight for it. One of the things I fought for was strength training. You have to make sure it delivers on its promises. So if you're dehydrated, you have a drink, it has to hydrate you, right? It has to hydrate. That's what people need. But if the average person that has a choice between a glass of water and a glass of Coke, what do they pick? Coke. So Coke, in a way, sort of gives you what you want, so you get what you need. Plus extra obesity, right? But that's what Diet Cokes. So I guess what I'm saying is that the core is going to be the same, you just may have to wrap it slightly differently. You may have to disguise the need with the want. See, strength training is what they need, but people don't want it, so you're going to have to disguise it. Disguise it. Because the challenge what we had at the start when you did push-ups, you had to go through the pain to get the pleasure. Who felt good after they did the push-ups? Who felt when they started going, oh, the thought of the push-ups was painful. The process of the push-ups was painful. But as soon as you stood up and you finished, you went, how good does that feel? And it's a short-term pleasure. Because one of the challenges we have in the fitness profession is we're selling intangibles. See, if I want a plasma for the Tri-Nations tonight to watch the Wallabies walk over the All Blacks. I say, and I've got a little TV with the aerials, I remember those things. And so I want a plasma. So I go into one of the Retrovision or JB Hi-Fi, and I say, I want a TV, and I sit there, I can see it, I can touch it, I can feel it, I turn it on, and I go, oh, how good is that? How good is that? That's just amazing. Oh, can you see? Oh, you can see. I feel it now. But your challenge in the fitness profession is they don't feel it now. They feel the benefit way down the track. So you're going to have to be very clever in how you deliver it. Hey, if you do this is this, this is this, this is that, in 6 weeks' time you have your plasma. I don't want it tonight. But to do this, that's all painful, painful, painful. You get the pleasure. So you're going to have to put some pleasure in now. You have to put some flavour in your drink. Some flavour in the water. The water's the need, the flavour's the want. Yeah. People don't think they need communication, they just want the sex. But after saying you need the communication to get what you want. You need the communication to get the sex. You need to do the exercise to get the great body, the feeling. So what you have to do is put in there things that they want. First of all, they want a quick fix. So within ethical means, you need to try to give the illusion that it's, hey, it's easy. Don't complicate it. Don't complicate it. The best things in life are the simple things. Yeah. Outcomes are simple, fundamentals. Yeah, if you want to lose weight, simple, eat less than what you burn off. That's it. And try to make that as easy and as pleasurable as possible. Not complicated. Have to get blood samples and height samples and time of the day samples. And you can't eat this and you can't eat that. And you've got to weigh that one and have that celery stick. And that's complicated. You've got to pretty simple. Losing weight. Pretty simple. Making money. Spend less than what you earn. Until that's right, that's not going to happen. Simple in business. Give people more than what they expect. And they will walk away going, wow, and they want to come back. So when they come and train with you, they want to walk away going, oh my goodness me, I expected this and I got that. In your product, it has to be able to deliver a wow factor. And with the fundamentals in place, based on physiology, based on anatomy. You know, there's so many quick fixes out there. People are selling quick fixes. Creams, just cream it off. Just crunch it off, vibrate it off. Okay, come on. It gets the quick fix, it gets the quick sale, but not the long-term result. And ethically, can you look in yourself in the face and say that's serving your values of integrity and honesty? Where you know that you're not giving them the best, you'll give them a substandard quality exercise. People laying down on crunches and they're under the illusion that they're burning fat. Well, and you're the professional who's delusional. Better still, you're an idiot. You're giving someone crunches, you know it doesn't burn fat, but you give them because it makes them happy so you can get the money. You're an idiot, an unethical one. Shame on you. Shame on you. See, I've been in this industry for 30 years and I've seen everything being sold, all the quick fixes. But the fundamentals are the same, you know. If I want to change my body shape, I've got to burn off more than I put in. I have to lift heavy things and get stronger. I have to get stronger in the core exercises, not the fluffy, easy exercise. People want easy exercises, you know, sit down and vibrate, sit down and... If you get wrapped up in that, and you know, then you're a liar. You already know your anatomy, you know your physiology. That doesn't change. Gravity hasn't changed in the last 6,000 years. Anatomy hasn't changed. Oh, we need a new exercise. What? Have I got a new muscle? Have I got a new diet? Really? Have I got a new physiology to my digestive system? It's still the same. Wealth creation is the same. Richest man in Babylon, the same. Anatomy, the same. It doesn't change. The diamond doesn't change. Oh, we've got a new stone. Got a new stone. Yeah, okay, I'll stick to the diamond. But everyone's trying to sell you a new stone. Everyone's trying to use a new promise. All you need to do is stick to the thing that works and just wrap it with pleasure and love. What I knew that worked was strength training. What I knew that worked was compound exercises. Why waste your time on fluffy exercises? You know, you got to do a concentration curl on the right arm. They have to do a concentration on the left arm. They do some tricep kickbacks because they're ace. Like, what a waste of time. What's the number one reason why people don't exercise? Don't have time. And they get wrapped up in all these little exercises when they can do everything with a deadlift. Which has, I'm not going to go through the benefits, you already know that. I'm already speaking to what you already know. But are you doing what you know? Are you going for the easy shortcut? The easy sale? Because there's two decisions you only have to make in life. The easy decision and the right decision. Remember, who do you live with? The easy decision is the easy decision. Because it's easy. The better decision is the right decision, which is harder. It's easy to do crunches, but it's harder to do deadlifts. It's easy to take the escalator. It's hard to take the stairs. What you have to do fundamentally with your own integrity is to know what is the right decision. What's going to be the best returning time? If I'm your financial planner and you give me money and I invest and says, hey, look, you're not going to get any return, but you're going to feel good about it. That's like doing an exercise that doesn't give you a return. You go to a doctor and you've got a sickness, and look, I've got some pills for you, they do nothing, but geez, they taste good. That's like doing crunches. You know, lay down there, crunch away, squishing the fat, release the fat, squish the fat, release the fat. How much fat you burn? None. How much muscle you build? None. Makes no sense, right? Hey, well, it doesn't burn any fat, but geez, you feel good about it because you get the burn. You get the burn. People say burn, that's meaning melting fat cells, exploding muscle, splitting muscle fibres. No, but you feel good. Do you want to waste your time doing that? Doesn't make any sense. If I'm in the gym and you see me in the gym and you see me in the corner, I'm doing this. You say, what are you doing? Toning the bicep. Would you think that odd? What's the difference between that and this? Alright, I've got to do my quads now. Got to do my hammies. It works for them, must work everywhere else. So one of my students asked me, what do you think about the plank? You know the plank, the bridge? Yeah, it's huge, put it beautifully. Oh, the lazy man's push-up. See, but he builds the core. I said, to do what? The plank? So I've got a new exercise. Ready for this one? It builds core, it's fantastic, you really feel it. Watch this one. God, it came out the other day, it's fantastic. Ooh. How good's that? It's an angled plank. And I get toned to the here so I don't get the little fat. You didn't come up with all crazy stuff, right? But what's the point? Do you feel it? Yeah. I was sharing the other day with I forget what I was sharing with. Once year when I was in my old life, another life, I used to be a martial artist. I used to be a very good martial artist. And I used to get invited. Yeah, I used to ask me there when I was younger. Yeah, look at him. Oh. I picked the right photo. But I used to get invited to a camp to go down to Horse Gap in Victoria by a guy called Grandmaster William Chung. He's the Grandmaster of Wing Chun Kung Fu, who Ip Man was the original Grandmaster. He trained Bruce Lee. William Chung was Bruce Lee's like big brother. And William Chung was the new Grandmaster. He's invited all the fighters from different styles. We just go down there and, you know, showing it, so, what style? What style? Like Enter the Dragon. What's your style? Ho-ho. Praying mantis, you know. Really? Monkey. Oh, really? Monkey Kung Fu. There's about 30 blokes from all different styles. And we used to live in for a week, and he used to train us, and he's an incredible guy. And I remember I was going by one of the huts, and I hear this, this noise, and hey! I walk in there, and they're having what we call, I call a dick competition, the party trick dick competition. And they had a litre of Coke in each hand, and they hold it out in front, and the arm had to be above the shoulder, and they had to hold it there, and it was a competition who can hold it longest. So your arms are just burning. So I said, oh, I'm in this. Because I was young, full of testosterone, needed to prove to the world that I had a big doodle. But at the end, I felt that. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh, you got this. Oh. Because William Chung's protege, their national champion, because I was Australian kickboxing martial art and champion, and I have to beat William Chung's. He needs to be eyeballing each other. Yes. Now, it doesn't matter what happened, but I won. Because one of my values is not winning, is it, Savvy? It's serving my values. I have to win. But interesting is, did that make me a better fighter? No. No, but see my point? There's so many exercises in the fitness industry which is, it's a party trick. Rose shares with me, she used to know someone who used to be a party with the boys, and they used to get there at the table, put their pants down, and who could stretch their doodle the furthest and measure it.
Serious?
Yeah. To stretch it. Now, you say, well, hey, that's a great flexibility. That's a great flexibility program. But what's the point? What's the point? So be careful that when you see new exercise, new principles, you say, what's the point? How's it going to benefit? Yes, I'm going to be better at balancing on a ball full of air, like a seal in a circus. There's always going to be something out there. In the 80s, we used to have floor classes. You lay on the floor and you do this. And Sim, I remember them, the crunches and the TTB, tummy, thighs and backsides. And I did that for a short period of time. I said, what are we doing? Laying around here, doing all this stuff. And then we realised in the late 80s that was a really silly thing to do, floor classes. And very few places do them. Maybe some caves do out there. Yes, do in cave. But, it's just silly. But now it's okay because now we've named it Pilates. Just lay on the ground and try to increase functional strength laying on the ground. What I train on the ground, muscles that function in the upright position. See, it doesn't make a lot of sense. But common sense isn't that common, right? But it's a lot more comfortable down there. I can lay down. My point being is that you have to, don't forget your anatomy and physiology because that is your fundamentals. If as soon as you lose that, you'll be led down anyone's path and you may not like where you end up. You've got to stand firm for what you believe in. I remember I went at a national conference, there's little panels about should we do crunches and floor work. And this is back in 1989, and there was a room full of aerobic instructors, because everyone was in aerobics back then, and I got up there, and I wasn't very subtle. I said, look, if you do crunch, you're just an idiot, and you don't understand anatomy and physiology. And said, well, you're wrong. I said, well, tell me from a physiological point of view, anatomical point of view, how that's going to work. And you're just wrong and I hate your guts. So I had 200 aerobic instructors hate my guts, but I was right. Now, now I'd be a bit more sophisticated in how I communicated that, right? But back then, a squirrel would pop its head up and disagree, and I'd get a bazooka, boom, and blow the squirrel, because I'm right. Because my bazooka was right, it was anatomy, physiology. You can't argue with that. You can say, you can throw the empty promises out there, but they have to have a foundation of truth. But if you don't know what the foundation is, how do you differentiate what's truthful and misleading? So yeah, I have lots of enemies. The Pilates people don't like me. Or the Fitball people. Or the vibration people. But that's okay. Because I stand for something. Because if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything. And any great company, any great person will have a massive amount of followers and a massive amount of retractors. Whether it be Nelson Mandela, whether it be Muhammad Ali, or any great leader. A politician has half the country hate them and half the country love them. What's with that? But at least they stand for what they believe in. They stand for what they believe in. I admire the Greens. I think sometimes they get overboard. I'm glad they keep us in check. Some people say, you're a bit crazy. Okay, that's good, but geez, I love your passion. What do you prepared to stand up for and fight for to the death? Or are you one of these people who just follow the new idea because you have no ideas of yourself because you don't know who you are? Who are you? What do you fight for? What's going to make you famous? Anyone that's famous will have lots of people who love them and lots of people who hate them. But understand this, the higher you climb, the more people are going to try to pull down. The higher you climb, the more people are going to try to pull down. And there's no one pulling you down, you're not climbing high enough. You're not standing high enough for what you believe in. Some people think we're weird because we wear suits and ties. Good. Widow taught me this. When I was young, he said, when you do something in your business, and other people say this, oh, we don't do it that way around here. You go, good. Everyone starts to me, go, good. Oh, come on, that's silly. Good. Oh, that's not normal. Good. When I was the person trying to start wearing long black pants, I said, who do you think you are wearing long black pants? Oh, you can't train people in that. Good. That means they're not, therefore I am, therefore I'm going to stand out for the right reason because they're wearing their little shorts and little brothers' t-shirts, pumping themselves up, and they look like everyone else and not realising they're intimidating to most, and people don't look at them and say, wow, you're a fitness professional. No, your gym jockey has no sense. You see a bloke walking around little short shorts, little brothers' t-shirt, big buffs, with the girl with the big boobies hanging out. You go, wow, brain surgeon. We just flew over from Auckland, and Rory said this beautifully. He walked on the plane. He says, imagine if we got on the plane and we saw the pilot come in with board shorts and the singlet. He says, yeah, I'm the pilot for the day. Yeah, let's go. Would you say, well, I don't know whether I want him as my pilot. How do pilots dress? Okay. Because uniforms create trust, and the greater the uniform, the greater the trust. The less of the uniform, the less of the trust. The no uniform, no trust, until they get to know you. And how long does it take to make an initial impression? 10 seconds. So they only go by what they know, how you present. So when I was a personal trainer, I started dressing in polo shirts, long back pants, black leather shoes, black belt, leather belt, name badge. Because I was taught this from a guy called Rob Vogues, who was one of my clients for many years. He asked me this question when I was really young. He says, how much money do you want to earn? I said, oh, I don't know, about $100,000. You know, I didn't know how much that was, but I thought it was a good number. This is back in about 1990. $100,000 a year. And he said this to me. He said, well, if you want to earn $100,000, why don't you start dressing like you earn $100,000 a year? I took offence to that initially, but it made sense. Because I thought, he's the rich man giving the poor man advice. And I'm saying, I'm resisting it. Wow, give it to me. So I started changing. I started drawing criticism. Who from? All the other trainers. Not the marketplace. The marketplace, look at that. They stand out for the right reasons. So make sure you stand out for the right reasons, become famous for the right reasons. And the right reasons is because you add value in other people's lives. You add value. You create your own value by adding value. You create your own wealth by giving value. If you do that, then it's a win-win situation. But when you're adding value and you're getting value, what they call your competitors will start to criticise you. And the greatest compliment you can get is criticism and cynicism from people who want what you've got. So when someone criticises you for what you do, you go, good. I mean, I started introducing the hands-on stretching, and I remember this lady called Kim says, who do you think you are, a physio? Good. Guess what she didn't have the balls to do? She don't have the balls to stand out. What's going to make you famous? What's going to make your product famous? You know, what I realise is people have to go through the pain to get the pleasure, right? You have to go through the pain, the exercise, the training, the lifting, and get the pleasure of the ultimate body. But the journey is pain, 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 pleasure. So what I learned is after pain, you have to put pleasure. So if someone's doing a bench press, right, what do they go? Everyone do that, go. That's pain, right? Now we understand they have to do the to get long term to the ooh. So I say, okay, how can I disguise the See, I don't like water. To me, it tastes like liquid air. There's a nothing taste. So I don't really drink water. You hardly ever see me water unless I'm really thirsty. I disguise water with flavour. Bourbon. With a little bit of Coke for colour. Juice, Pepsi Max, coffee, tea. So that's all fluid. That's all fluid. So I'm never dehydrated because I drink a lot, but it's not in the water form. I disguise it. What you need to do is disguise the exercise with flavour. So after the everyone go. Then I give them a stretch. So ready, go. Then they get a stretch. I apply analgesic after the exercise. Then I give them the massage and they go, ooh. How'd they go? Ooh. So I give they have to do the, go. So they get the, so they can experience the, and then over time, they'll keep coming back and eventually they'll get the, so it goes, to get the, to experience the, so over time they get the, but you know, this were the biggest things I was criticised for by the other trainers, because they were too lazy. But how much value did that add into the product? How much did it cost me? Well, what I worked out, I was doing 160 sessions a week in a personal training studio at that particular time, above the Miami medical practice. I was charging $50 a session, I wanted to up it to $65. So how do I up that? How can I up it without increasing the cost? So what I chose is I've worked out to do the massage up there. So I upped that and my price went from $50 to $65. So I added value to the session, but did I add any time? Didn't take me any more time, it was just a little bit more in the time. So rather than stand there chatting, they say, well, how's that go? Was that good? No, I talked to them while I stretched them. But you do the numbers on that, that added money in the pocket, about $200,000. $15 extra by 160 sessions a week. You add that up. It didn't cost me anything, but it added another $200,000 onto the studio turnover by increasing value without increasing cost. But if you increase the value, that's the comfort. They have to do the work, I understand that, but you've got to give the reward. So in your session, where is the flavour that makes people want it? Because the flavour is what glues them to the product. Yes, they understand they have to do it, but they now look forward to it. When they're doing, they think I'm going to get a good stretch after this. They get a massage. They go, I remember I used to think women didn't. Women liked the massage, men didn't. And to a guy called DB, we call him Man Who Knows Most Things, Rory knows him. And I was stretching Linda, and I get a massage at the end. And he's across the room because I give the massage for the women because I thought, men would like it. And he's a real buffy bloke. He goes, McEvoy! In the middle of the gym. McEvoy! I go, DB, he says, why don't I get a bloody massage? Yep, next session you get one, says, God. But I give her more of a masculine massage, not a... Right? Who likes the massage? Well, I've never had anyone. Now, you may say this, but my clients don't like massage. No, correct that. They don't like massage from you. It's not the massage they don't like you, because you're uncomfortable with it, guess what they become? They become uncomfortable with it, because you give it like, and they go, what are you doing? Does that feel good? Oh, get off me. Huh? You got to do it with confidence because you believe in it. You have to dress with confidence because you believe in it. Otherwise, you're going to be like a fish out of water. So what are you famous for? Once you set it up, and how can you expand it so it's not just purely dependent on you? I had 6 trainers working for me, and I had to make sure that they were doing what I want them to do. So the more complicated things are, the harder they are to replicate. The more simple things are, the easier they replicate. So my product back then was half-hour sessions, once a week, compound exercise, 3 to 4 compound exercise, wrapped with lots of massage. And at the end, we sat down, we laid down on a big cushy couch, a big cushy crash mat. So I laid down, I gave them a good 10-minute stretch and massage. And they just loved it. And it was time efficient. And I knew I was on the right path because all the other trainers criticised me for it. But this is where I understand I charged double what everyone else charged. The first amount I charged was $50, and everyone was charging between 10 and 20. Between 10 and 20. And then I went up to 65, and I cut the time back to half an hour, because it used to be hour sessions. So I upped it to 65 and cut the time back to half an hour. But see, what I realised is people aren't buying they're buying the end result. I learned that when I was training a guy called Phil and Andy, trained them. They came in 55 minutes late for their 1-hour training session. I was very upset. And they waltzed in at Sanctuary Cove, and Andy goes, oh, look, I'm sorry we're late, but if you can't train us, that's okay, we'll train. I said, no, we're training. We're training. So in 5 minutes, I put them through a giant set each. And basically my mission was to kill them. It was, because it was purely driven by revenge. Purely. So I got on the Cybex leg press, put the whole stack on, pumped him out reps, dropped the weight, pumped him out, did some negatives, just drove him in there, he fell out of the leg. Then I did the chin-ups, lifted him up, pull him down, lift him up, pull him down, keep pulling him down, push him up, drop him down. On the dip, lift till he fatigued, then pull down, then lift him up, drop on the push-ups, in the sniff in the carpet. Took you about 6 minutes. I said, there. So who's next? And he went, where is he? The other ones ran. But after it, they walked out and they go, oh God, that was the best session in the world. That was the greatest session I've ever had. I thought, what? It took about 6 or 7 minutes. I thought, wow, they're not paying for my time. They're paying for the value in the time. Biggest limiting factor for trainers, you think you're charging for time. But you're charging for a result and a feeling. You know, if you go to the doctor, you go there to try to get as many pills as you can.
Some people.
You know, some people do 3-4 sets in exercise. That's like taking 3-4 sets. 3-4 pills. Why did you take 4 pills? You only did 1. In a session, they're taking 30 pills. How many would you like? 1 or 30 to get the result? 1. So why are we giving all these extra exercises and sets when they don't like, unless you're a pill popper? But the industry's full of pill poppers, right? They love the exercise. You're addicted to that. But the average person isn't. They're not addicted to that. They want the result, but they're not addicted to pill popping. You're the druggies. You're addicted. Right? But they're not addicted. You can get them addicted with little dosages first. And maybe little doses would be enough. Once you do that, then you've got to work out how you can spread the word, called systemisation, in your product. See, the simpler it is, the easier to expand it. You know, the Big Mac's not that complicated. So uncomplicated, 15-year-old kids can make it and sell it. So you've got a multi-million-dollar business run by 15-year-olds. So you want expansion when trainers, make it simple. The more simple it is, the more you can control it and control the simplicity and the wow factor in it. And if they do the fundamentals of drink more water, eat more fruit and veg, move more, lift more, then they're going to get the result. And if you wrap in that lots of love and wows, then they're going to get the result. So your next goal is how you're going to take that to the world and make it simple. A lot of trainers try to complicate things. And when they do that, do they go and share? Because your future will be based on word of mouth referral. Now, this is my recommendation. What I've learned about word of mouth referral is that it has to be your mouth and your word. Because some people want to refer people to you, but they never get around to it. Yeah, they love you, but they don't tell people to go and train with you. So many times you have to ask your clients for a referral, and they'll be happy to give you a referral on a simple product and service that has massive amounts of value. Once you've got it, then how can you get better? How can you fine-tune it, make it better? Not change it. You don't have to, everyone in the fitness is into change. I have to do this new exercise, and all of a sudden there's a new thing, and some other person's selling you something new. You know, we're following the cows now. You know, it's good for cows, kettlebells, it must be good for us. Yeah. What next? Elephant rings? You don't have to change to get better. You don't have to change to get better. You just get better at what you stand for. Get better at what you stand for. So look at ways you can make your product, your service, your wow factor better in the structure that you want to serve it at. How are you going to make it grow? What's going to be your growth? Are you going to grow in price, or are you going to grow in number of studios, number of trainers? And your growth will be dependent upon your own personal growth. So what's your growth strategy? Because one of the human needs is to not just contribute, but also to grow, called growth. Because if you're still doing the same thing you were last year, you're not going to be satisfied because your values are not being added to. More growing tips. Here's some more growing tips and tips to keep. How many horses are you riding? Now what I learned, it's very hard to ride 2 horses, you only got 1 ass. So yeah, there's going to be more opportunities, but ask, is this my opportunity? You only have to be great in one thing to become great. Very few athletes become world champions in multiple sports. And even if you're rugby league to rugby union, they don't do it at the same time. Saturday I play union for the Wallabies and Sunday I play league for the Kangaroos. No! And they're very close sports, and that's still tough. So what do you stand for? What are you going to become a specialist in? You know, I specialise in muscle conditioning, I specialise in fat loss, I specialise in rehabilitation, I specialise in toning, I specialise in babysitting too. I do a bit of security guard work. I imagine going to a doctor and so I'm a podiatrist, I'm a gynecologist, I'm an orthopaedic surgeon. You know, which one are you? You're a generalist. Become a specialist. Ride 1 horse. I also had 5 businesses, 5 average businesses. Yes, I did. You say, wow, you're successful. Well, I had a lot of businesses that are average, but 5 averages don't make it great. It wasn't until I started saying no to things that I started to develop a far lap that wins the Melbourne Cup. Not 5 donkeys. I love donkeys, but they don't get me to win in the far lap. So make sure you don't get distracted by other horses or donkeys or mules. The people are trying to sell you. Create your DNA and your horse. It's going to take you where you want. Ask yourself, when I do this, is there going to be hassle to it? A great little learning curve is in business, you ask yourself this question. Does it increase money and does it decrease hassle? Because if it increases money and hassle goes up, then it's probably too much of a hassle. If it increases hassle and the money's not going up, then why do it? So it has to increase money and it has to decrease hassle. See, a simple product can get very valuable, increase money, but it's no hassle. It's no major hassle. But if it becomes complicated, hard to distribute, hard to leverage off, it can be you spend most of your time in the mud, not getting much return on your time in your business. Make sure you become attractive. You don't chase opportunities. You don't attack opportunities. This is a scary thought. Some people attack rather than attract. So you attract opportunities by becoming attractive. Your self-education, your personal growth.
Oh, geez, Ron.
No, G.
Who's that?
Try to make your product more attractive. You don't go around chasing the fish with the hook. I'm going fishing with the hook, you're in the water, chasing the fish with the hook. What's the chance of catching the fish? No, you want to create the bait that's really attractive, that attracts the... Now, everyone in this room, if you're self-employed, you are the bait. People will buy you before they buy your product. So make yourself more attractive. Smile and being happy is the greatest attraction. If you got what they want, then they'll pay for it. But if you don't have what they won't pay for it. So become attractive, make your product attractive with the pleasures. Make sure you become a master of your craft. Know your stuff. Know your stuff. This is William Chung, when I was a young lad down to the... He was a master at it. It takes 7 years to master any craft. Learn as much as you can about it. A lot of people's learning stops when they get the certificate. Your learning should start when you get the certificate. When you learn martial arts, you start learning when you get your black belt. The black belt is nothing, it's just the start. People say the black belt's the end result. No, the black belt's the start. Now I know the moves, but I don't have the wisdom. So let me finish off with a little bit of as G would say, a bit of Wing Chun. And I teach you a little self-defense and how it applies to your life. Everyone standing up? Go with a partner. Nah, it's okay. Where's G-spot? Okay, G. Okay, I want you to stand face to face with partner, feet parallel. I won't make it complicated. I'm going to make this very simple. I could get you in the monkey stance. Okay, feet parallel. What I want is that one person put your hand out like a fist, and that's the fist coming to you. Second person, just stand off the fist, just not too close. What I want you to do is on the outside hand, get your outside hand. I just want you to do this. Right, now do that, and do that, right? Simple moves, it's just a deflection. Everyone got that? Now when you do that, bring this hand up and up that way. Yeah, that's it. You got that? Simple, step by step. Got that? Next one is 1, 2, 3 down. Ready? 1, 2, 3 down. Gently, don't hard, you don't have to hit it, it's not a slap. It's 1, 2, 3 down. Ready? 1, 2, 3 down. Got that? 1, 2, 3 down. Next one. 1, 2, 3. All right. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right. We all got that? Okay. Now we're going to make it dynamic because that's like fighting a plank. Now bring it down and just slightly half punch to my nose. 1, 2. Is that half pace? Usually must be fast.
Right,
it's half pace. Half pace, go. Half pace.
I remember last time I did this, I walked away with the blood lip.
Very happy to go. I'm very happy to go full pace, but they want these people to do half pace.
Right.
So there. Right, 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, ready? Go. Boom.
Hello.
All right, there we go. Just do that half pace. Go half pace. Do exactly the same move. Go. 1, 2, 3, down. Okay, so once you got that, once you practice that, not till you get it right, you practice till you can't get it wrong. You don't practice till you get it right, you practice you can't get it wrong. And once that, then you can pick up the speed. Now throw, right?
You want full?
Yes, throw.
Right.
Full.
Oh, hello there. It's good to see you.
So, from there, once you've got that foundation, you can add lots of other things. There. You can distract him where as he throws it, you go to the knee, right, go. Boom, and you got the knee down.
Hello.
So everyone have a seat. Now, that's a nice little beneficial self-defense technique. But more importantly, understanding, I use Wing Chun Kung Fu because it's a beautiful art and it's an art designed by a woman. So a woman doesn't use strength to fight, they use other people's strength. So in business and life, use other people's energy to direct your energy. Now sometimes it's negative energy. Frank Sinatra said the greatest revenge is massive success. So all those critics who used to feed me and to try to contaminate my values, I use that energy to direct it. I attack the problem, not the person. I attract the problem. So now what happens, you take the energy, you take the criticism, you take the challenge, you take the problem, and you use it to direct it to the right place. If you direct it towards your goals, you become a master of your life. So a couple of things is positioning. You've got to position your head and your body in the right place. You've got to position your head in the body. It's not about attacking, it's about many times attracting. And then you can, when you attract it, you can direct it. Anyone who's done, from being jiu-jitsu or judo, you don't push. Sometimes you push to get them to push, then you use their energy to control, whether it be Aikido or judo or Wing Chun. Because as you get older, yes, you can achieve by pushing, but you get tired. You get tired, and as you get older, you don't want to push anymore. When I was young, I'm going to attack the day. Just pushing sand uphill. No, I'm going to attract the day. I'm not going to attack the day, I'm going to attract the day by becoming attractive. My product, which is myself, and I make that attractive and people want to be a part of it. People want to be a part of bigger things. You become the bigger thing and they want to be a part of it. People want to be a part of vision because it's a bigger thing. And if those values match your values, then that's the good place for you to be. If the values don't match, it's not a good place to be. That's how you make a decision, by the way. Not by the money, not by the person, not by the direction, but your values. So position yourself. Redirect the energy to where you want it. And if you're going to attack the problem, redirect it towards the solution. Your goals, not the person. Not the person. Select your circle of influence. Make sure you're in the right team. The right circle of influence, they have a huge, significant effect on your direction. It's hard to hang out with a team. If they're going south, you want to go north, and they're still around you, where are you going? If you want to go north and they're going south and you're still with them, where are you heading? South. Isn't that a frustrating place to be? I want to go north and I'm going south. Why? Because I don't want to lose them. If you want to run, join a running club, not a walking club. If you want to run faster, run with faster runners. Go with the expectations are high. If you want to grow into a tall tree, paint yourself in a forest, not a lawn. This is tall trees, right? You're hanging around the right circle of influence. And my circle of influences are in this room. My team, they're the people I hang out with most. I have other people who, in my circle of influence, I respect and I love. People like Simo, Wayne Pearce, Johnny Marler from National College of Business. Winner. They're the people I respect their opinions. I don't always go by them, but I respect them, and vice versa, because I'm my own person. And sometimes there are people that you don't see very often, but this is Jim Rowan, who listened to for the last 10 years, had this huge effect. Rest his soul, he's passed away. But sometimes you can listen to CDs of great people doing great things, and they become your circle of influence. If you want to become great, at least hang out with great people, where the expectations are great. But you hang out with average people, then the expectations are low. And the ultimate question is this: if you started again, if you started your life again, what would you change? If you started your business again, what would you change? And define what you'd change, then change it. When? Immediately. If you're in a relationship and you ask this ultimate question: if I met the person again, would I enter the relationship the way they are? And you go, well, maybe they overpromised to get you and underdelivered, but you're there because you now became comfortable with your discomfort. You're getting comfortable with average. It's your life. It's better to be living a life alone in greatness than living a life in company in averageness. I'd rather have the world against me than me against me. I'd rather have the world hate me than me hate me. Because if I love me, I don't care what the world thinks. Because what the world thinks is none of my business. Go and become great. Thank you.